Now I want to share with you guys the vision of Trailer Empire. So the problem with that we see in mobile home investment, or the problem in the country, is we have an affordable housing crisis. That's my passion, right? Affordable housing. We have an affordable housing crisis. Living expenses continue to rise, but people aren't necessarily being paid more. So people need, especially now, the pandemic, people losing their jobs and things like that. People aren't being paid more, but living expenses continue to rise. And after the pandemic, we will continue to see this problem. This is a huge problem, not only in this country, but around the world. And the fact is, about 40% of Americans don't actually have $400 at any given point that they can whip up for emergencies. That is true fact. And that's one of the problems. People aren't being paid, but homes and living expenses continue to rise. And there's also not enough affordable housing supply to meet the demand of people that need affordable housing. Like I mentioned, my town that I grew up in, when the mayor had this plan to get rid of 1,000 homes in 1,000 days and cut off our housing supply, that's happening all around the country. There aren't enough affordable homes for the people who need affordable homes. And most people are actually rent burdened, which means they spend sometimes half of their income just on rent, just on keeping a roof over their heads. So this is a tremendous problem, not only in this country, but around the world. So my story is, when I moved out of my parents' house, I could not have survived had I not found a really great deal for my rent. I was paying $375 a month to live in this house. And that was right at the point where I knew I could make that payment despite not, whatever would happen to my job. That was a reasonable amount, except the time when I went through that major depression and was 3 months behind on rent, just because I didn't have any income and I didn't want to get a bailout or anything from my folks. My mom, she grew up in Chicago. If you've ever seen the show Good Times, which is one of my favorite shows of all times, Good Times, the apartment buildings where that show takes place is actually where my mom grew up, in the same time period that show was actually being filmed. Not that the show was filmed at that apartment building, but my mom grew up in Cabrini Green in the projects in Chicago. There's violence, there's crack epidemic. She almost lost her life as a child a bunch of times because there was always gunshots going off. She had one time had a bullet go straight through past her face. Rats and roaches, and even when they came to Indiana, they still lived in a place where there was no hot water. A lot of times, sometimes no water, no heat, so, but that was the family could not afford to live anywhere else. Right. So this affordable housing thing is not just something that it's a problem now and we need to fix it, which we do. But for me personally, this goes deep. This is really ingrained into who I am as a person and my outlook on life. So Trailer Empire, I want you guys to learn to see the bigger problem, but to approach this business from the aspect of we need to provide a solution to people in this country, and mobile homes is that solution. When people pay monthly, it's several $100s below what they would pay in a single family home or an apartment. And I want you to keep that in mind as you go and do deals, that it's not necessarily always about how much money you're going to make on a deal. I made $500 on my first deal. It's not how much you're going to make on a deal, but the solution that you're providing to the people that you're helping. These people need help. They need affordable housing. And we always want to keep that in mind. We're here to help people. But as we help people and solve their problems, we'll also get paid and we'll also make money. I want to build a network of mobile home investors doing deals together. We're stronger in numbers, especially if you guys move to doing virtual deals around the nation. You're going to need that network. You're going to need people that you can rely on, people that you have connections with around the country. We're going to be able to help you take those deals across the finish line. When I had 300 deals in my pipeline, my system crashed because I didn't have people in those areas, people on the ground that could go see the home and do the inspections. Sellers, they weren't really sending us pictures or videos, to of the homes. We could check the condition. So real estate is a relationship-based business, and your success in mobile home investing is going to be based on the network that you build in the beginning. Mobile home park managers, buyers, sellers, real estate agents in your market, other real estate investors, mobile home movers, all of these people, contractors, right? People that do flooring and painting, electricians, right? Roofing, siding. You need all of those people to really be able to run a robust mobile home investing business. But you also need other mobile home investors who can take deals across the finish line when you are stuck, or if you're not in that market. You need a network that you can rely on. In Trailer Empire, my vision is to create that network for you guys. So if you go through the crash course, or if you're part of the inner circle, you know that there's a form to be a part of our partner directory. And right now we have partners in about 13 different countries, or about 200 people within Trailer Empire. And I want to continue to build that out, thousands of like-minded, like-hearted people who are here to solve the problem of affordable housing. The people that you can rely on, that are part of your network, that are part of our family, that are part of our tribe, that can be a part of your business, because we're stronger together. And the ultimate goal is to house America. We're here to fix the affordable housing crisis. And with a network, a robust network, a trailer tribe, doing virtual deals all over the country, we can really put a dent in the affordable housing crisis. My vision is that we can house America. We can house America together. And then once we house America, because this affordable housing crisis is not specific to the United States of America, first we'll house America, and then we'll house the world. Mexico, the Caribbean, South America, Africa. I'm going to Ethiopia in May. I own part of a coffee business. We sell Ethiopian coffee, and every coffee bag that we sell, we take a percentage of that and we invest it into Ethiopia, into the children there, because affordable housing is a big problem everywhere, and there are a ton of homeless children around the world, and we take those funds to house homeless children in Ethiopia. So every pound of coffee that we sell takes one child off the street for a year in Ethiopia, and that's what we do. So again, first we'll house America through affordable housing with mobile homes, and then we'll house the world. Asia Pacific, Africa, the Caribbean, Mexico, South America. People in the world, they need our help. And we can do it when we create a network, when we solve the problem, we stay focused, we house America, and then we house the world.